Hey there guys, welcome to RollToWin episode 90. We had a 1250 point game of Simon's Eldar versus my new army, which is Flesh Terrors, Blood Angels, Space Marines. It was a cool game. We'll get Bennett's perspective from the out of game kind of dude. What did you think about it?
You guys were both really mechanized.
Yeah, it's the first time that both of us have kind of go for a turn mini. Generally with Space Marines, when they go mechanized, people go like Razorbacks, and especially with Blood Angels, you can spit out Ball Predators or Bale Predators, whatever, and like Vindicators and stuff like that. But yeah, either way, it was mechanized all around. And how do you think that affected the game?
It would have been better if Simon rolled better, I think, at the beginning.
My shooting didn't work out very well at the beginning.
That first
Simon,
turn,
having the first turn probably could have done more than just boost on your Rhino.
My one Rhino.
And I mean, even your rolls when you were rolling with your melt on the first turn, you didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it was the first turn was like, it might as well have been Dawn of War. You know?
Yeah, it really could have changed the game up if you guys had actually hit the beginning. And it really did help get, especially your assault troops that didn't have jump packs right into the action, up there close, because it would take you twice as long to get them up there. Unfortunately, that Razorback of yours was kind of parked on that thing.
Man, yeah, I'm like, 1 in 6 chance. Oh wait, right.
Yeah, beyond that, like it would have been great if Simon had used some of those psychic powers with his.
I forgot.
Eldar guys that he forgot about.
The only one that really mattered was the
one where you were gonna shoot at the assault marines.
Yeah.
And beyond that, like just some shade rolls, like the occasional turn. But your armies were pretty evenly matched, I think. It was just it came down to who rolled what.
Yeah, it was interesting for me not playing orcs. I mean, if you guys have seen the videos, you know I play orcs all the time. I used to play chaos a bit, but like that was only when I was first getting back into it, not a whole lot. It was a really interesting army. Like, it's cool because like there was enough points like could take more than just regular Marines. I got to play with a little bit the toys. Like Death Company, I kind of just took them because I had the points for it. I'm not doing anything, which is whatever. They had a Razorback and 2 Dreadnoughts. That was cool. They actually. I'm used to seeing when we play, like we only ever have like a Death Dread or something like that, or like a Wraith Lord or something like that, and they really get target prioritized a lot, and we tend to shoot them down. This game, both of them lasted to the end, and it kind of showed what kind of damage they can do when they're left alone like that. Like the one, not necessarily the Furiosa, the other Dreadnought did a lot more. I found like he shook the Fire Prism when it was on my board that one turn, which was important for me. And he managed also to kill the Falcon.
Well, that guy killed all the Furiosa, got all the Rangers.
True, but I mean, like when you think of a Furiosa Dreadnought, you're like, oh, he flamethrowered 4 dudes. So, I mean, it's good, and that was definitely important for me. That stopped me from playing that objective, but. I think he could have done more had he gotten to combat. I really wanted to take a drop pod with him. We didn't have one here. That's why my list, if it does seem weird, it kind of was. It was limited by what we have. But either way, I was happy with how it turned out. What kind of thoughts do you have on the game as a whole?
As a whole, it was very good. I was really worried at like the turn 3 mark when all the stuff started getting close to my board and like Gabriel was up there killing things.
Oh man. I hold that.
I missed, a couple turns of using psychic powers where I just forgot. Like I mentioned, like on Nick's turn when the assault marines came down, I was like, oh, next turn I'm gonna like guide and doom those guys and kill them all, and then I just forgot.
Yeah, you did bring that up.
So I was ready to move my stuff around. Like my tanks, that was like my Fire Prism was shook, and so I wanted to make sure I moved it right away.
Yeah.
But I forgot to use the psychic powers first, and it's just.
And that's just one of those things that we are getting better about, but. I'm sure even the best players do that from time to time. Like just forget,
one thing.
Especially stuff like that where you have to at the beginning of your turn before anything else. Like that's tough to remember sometimes, especially when you're getting really into the game like we do.
Your plasma gun, like you forgot.
Yeah, I completely forgot about rolling to see if the plasma can got hot. Then of course I remembered after he shot. I'm like, oh, it's fine. Oh wait, roll 1 up, fail save. Well, that happens. So Gabriel said, once the Blood Angels first came out. I saw that model, I saw the color scheme, I'm like, if ever I play Blood Angels, I will play Flesh Terrors because of that dude. Now I have him, I was able to play with him. He's pretty good.
It's a little scary, the strength 8.
Like, for all that, I had a decent amount of tank hunting in the army. Like, I had Meltas sort of spread out everywhere. I had power fisting units, but it was him, really, that I found
He killed the only... Or he killed one of the 2 tanks that died.
He killed the Wave Serpent, and then he even was like harassing that other Wave Serpent. Had it not flown away, I'm sure he would have killed it. But like, he was integral to my tank
Definitely,
hunting experience.
Well, he's pretty good. I mean,
He has strength 8 rending. That is
rending. Yeah,
It's a little rough, yeah.
that's a lot.
yeah. And for all that, he doesn't have power attacks in close combat with a rending with a strength 8. You're moving on 2s. If ever you get a 6, that's a dead guy anyway. I think he's definitely worth it. I don't know if 160 points worth it, but he's fun. I'm probably gonna end up taking him every time I play these guys.
That's not bad.
I used Guardians again today. I haven't used them in a while.
Yeah, the big mob of Guardians.
Yes.
They did surprisingly well. They got a couple shots off with the scatter laser, getting a couple models.
Which is what I think Guardians are best at, is like just having that
holding
weapon.
an objective and like either taking the rocket launcher or the star cannon or something.
I mean, it's sort of two sides of the coin. Like, Guardians are good because you can take 10 of them, get a cheap enough heavy weapon that they can move around and fire all they want and hold an objective.
Yeah.
But then you only have 10 guys and they easily run away. If you take 20, they're not going to run away. They're going to stay there for forever, basically. But then you're not getting the most out of that heavy weapon. That's 20 guys with only one weapon. Like, whereas maybe better with 2 with 10. So I don't know. It's interesting, and I actually really like the Guardian choice. I think.
Yeah, they held up pretty well in close combat.
They lasted. Oh man, yeah.
Like 2 turns.
I was rolling. Simon was rolling 5s and 6s like
all over
the pro today, and I was just rolling poorly. But yeah, it was great.
Like on the first turn, the Power Fist died in your squad,
which helped you a ton.
When playing the tier, I learned Power Fist, power weapons in general, kind of.
Power Fist, not necessarily against Eldar, as important in like Guardian and Dire Vendor fights like that. Like, yeah, it sucks to lose a dude right away, but I mean, it's not as important. Yeah, it was kind of cool to see 2 pretty epic fights, like assaults between the on-foot assault squad and the Dire Vendors, and then the jump heck guys and the Guardians. I ended up pulling it on top of both, but I mean, with an assault-based unit versus a not assault-based unit, that's what you can imagine would happen.
The Bladestorm didn't work out in my favor. I was trying to shoot the...
Yeah, I think that was just the unfortunate
shooting luck I had the entire game.
Yeah, the fire person didn't really do much. I think it was shaking most of the time. It was
shaking 2 turns and it missed the other twice.
Yeah, it drifted off twice.
2 or 3 times, yeah.
Same with the Falcon. The Falcon destroyed a Rhino, but I mean...
It's a Rhino.
It's a Rhino.
It was good to... Yeah, just try it out. I've seen them work out well, so...
Yeah, we know that they do work.
I guess as opposed to what you guys normally do, like there's a lot more armor on the field, which normally having 1 or 2, like a tank and then maybe a walker of some kind, basically, like you said, prioritizes the target. But if you've got a lot of armor, even crap armor like a Rhino, it's still a lot of targets that a lot of units cannot touch.
Yeah, and Simon kind of vocalized that first turn when he moved all his guys and he's like, what do I shoot at?
Like if you don't design an army
there are 3 transports and 2 dreadnoughts. Like what do I?
Because if you don't design an army specifically to tackle that, then your basic image is not going to be.
And that's again probably why the mechanized list is so like popular nowadays.
Exactly.
It's not something. It's something we've not necessarily purposefully shied away from, but just something we haven't really done.
I don't know when Bees has enough.
Aside from like mean rhinos,
Chaos Rhinos, and 2
yeah.
But I don't know, has it ever really been a goal amongst you guys? Like whenever I've talked to you, it's always been like I want this exhibitor unit or this next unit at a certain time. It's never been transports or anything like that. Yeah. And I feel like that having a lot of transport can really help out. I think
that's all I'd say. Yeah,
okay. Anyway, it was a good game. It was good to see. I mean, if you look at the end score, it looks kind of one-sided, but I don't think overall, it didn't feel like a landslide victory.
No, it's...
Yeah, no, the last turn was kind of...
the turn where I lost the 2 units, I still could have, if I would have turned those victories around,
up till the turn where
then it would have been extremely different. Yeah, it would have been, I would have held the one on the side, maybe for long enough, and then would have tried, somehow tried to fight back you to contest or something, but either way, great game, good to be playing again, and that's about it. We'll see you guys next episode. Remember, play for fun and roll to win.
That